Hi guys, it's your boy FIFA Hopper here for another FIFA 15 Ultimate Team video. In today's video I'll be doing another Bpl Squad Builder, but this time, unlike the previous video, which was also a Bpl Squad Builder, which was a budget of 120,000 coins, this one, as you can see, is going to be a budget of 800,000 on PlayStation or about 650,000 on Xbox. Starting in goal, we have, in my opinion, the best keeper in the league on FIFA, but alternatively you can have Informed Hair or Courtois. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. So if we have a look at his stats, now the quality of the video should be a little bit better, but I'm not entirely sure it's going to come out as good as I wanted to. But I have bought myself an Elgato HD60, which will mean that the quality will be 1080p. It'll be as good as you can get. It'll be like a lot of other YouTubers. It won't be done off my camera or my iPod, which is done here. Now going into Lloris's stats, his good stats all over the board. His 86 diving, 81 handling, 88 reflexes, which in my opinion is the most important stat for a keeper, with diving the second most. And then his positioning is good with 81. I've played 34 games with him and I've probably got 15 to 20, maybe 25 at a push clean sheets, so he's very good in goal. But that also helps with the defence I have. So in defence at right back, you can either have Debussy, who's here, or Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker is there for the pace. I mean, he's got 91 pace. He's got pretty decent stats across the board: 71 passing, 72 dribbling, 76 defending, and 80 physical. And you can definitely tell he's quite a strong player in the game. He can catch back to anyone, any attackers on the other team, and he can normally push them off the ball. You might be able to see here I've only played 3 games with him, but for the 3 games I have played, he's been very good. Alternatively, I've played, if we just swap him out, if you want someone who's got slightly better, although the stats only say better, 78 defending is better by 2, in my opinion he's a lot better. I've played 29 games with him, I've got 1 goal with him, and his stats, okay, he's got slightly less pace, but all the other stats apart from physical are better, and he's definitely, in my opinion, he's definitely worth the extra coins you're going to pay for him. Moving on to the left back, this is Gael Clichy. I hate the man as a player. Used to be an Arsenal fan. As I am an Arsenal fan, he used to be an Arsenal player. I mean, he like Glenn Johnson's there purely for the pace. You can see 85 pace with 80 defending. There's not much to say about him. He's very good at going attacking, not so good in defence, but he's worth the coins you're going to pay for him. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of very overpowered, cheap defensive options that you can have, but I go for the Gary Cahill and Laurent Koscielny partnership. They're both quick. I think Koscielny's the quickest centre back in the league, apart from Anuha, who's rubbish. But both of them have got decent pace. Both got decent defending and physical. They're definitely worth the coins. So I've played 63 games with Koscielny, and he's only scored 1. But that's because I don't really score. You don't really score with the team much at corners. So I'll just show you the stats. 81 pace, very good. He's quicker than my right back, and 82 defending and 75 physical is also key. I think Gary Cahill's got similar stats, slightly worse pace, slightly better defending, and similar physical. Oops. So now going into CDM, this is actually a centre mid. You can get his Victor Wanyama. You can get his normal card, which I haven't tried, but I believe is very similar. Just his stats obviously a tiny bit better, being in form. But he's definitely worth the 20,000 coins I paid for him. I'd probably pay up to 30,000. He's kind of like, in my opinion, he's probably the second best. He's kind of your in between Leroy Fer and Yaya Toure. They're all very similar players, all got decent shooting, passing, dribbling, and obviously as a defensive player they need to have the good defending and the again to attributes, the very good 89 strength, and you can definitely tell that in the game. I mean, all the attacks the other teams have, he just easily pushes them off the ball as if they're not there. So I've played 3 games with him as well. I haven't scored yet with him, but he's got me maybe 1 or 2 assists. So going into the left centre mid, I've got the second informed David Silva. Obviously, his normal card is a left mid, which I think is a bit wasted there. I've also played 3 games with him, and he cost me 370,000 coins. He's definitely worth, maybe I'd probably pay up to 250,000. I'm not so sure I would happily pay over 300,000 for him, let alone 370,000. But he is very good. That his stats are unbelievable for an attacking midfielder. I mean, the 82 shooting, he's got decent pace with 78. And then this is where he excels, the 91 passing and 93 dribbling. Just make him the perfect player to thread the ball through to my attack. And that's what he does a lot. Although here it says, once again I've played 3 games with him, he's got no goals. He's definitely got at least 4 or 5 assists, and he's definitely worth probably about 200k, but no more than that. Now this other centre mid, you can have Aaron Ramsey, but I haven't played any games with him yet, so I can't really tell you whether I think he's good. I've played with him before and he's definitely good, but personally I would swap him for the player I normally have in this position, who is Mesut Ozil. Now Mesut Ozil, he hasn't really had a good FIFA for a couple of years. He had a very good FIFA 13 and 12, but FIFA 14 he was an 87 rated, but he played like he was 80, just wasn't really very good. And here it says I played 32 games with him and got 3 goals. And as a player that's got 86 passing, 87 dribbling and 74 shooting along with 75 pace, you'd expect him to get maybe more than 3 goals every 30 games. So he's averaging a goal every 10 games. He's maybe getting, I think he's got 6 assists in 32 games. So he's getting 2 assists and 1 goal every 10 games, which he's getting a goal or assist every 3.33 games, which for a player who costs 18,000 coins, it's not really the return you want. So this midfield is very good on paper, but maybe I would suggest going for players like Oscar. You could get Oscar here, or David Silva's first in form. You could get Leroy Fer or Yaya Toure, depending on how much money you have. And here you get players like Fernandinho, Ramsey, Diaby is a very good player, Paulinho. But on the whole, I'm happy with the midfield. The balance is good. You've got a solid defensive player, and you've got 2 players who can pass the ball up. If you look at their passing, they've both got well over 80. Sorry about my finger there. You've both got well over 86 passing. Both got good dribbling. You've got very good attacking midfielders. So going on to the left wing, this is a player who he's kind of like your favourite cheapish player, especially me. It's Andre Schürrle here, as you can see. The 88 pace and 83 shooting and 83 dribbling make him look like he should be maybe a 83 or 84 rated card. He's good. He's very good, but I'm not so sure he's worth 9,000 coins in it. The left wing position especially, he kind of feels like he's wasted, kind of. So I don't know, he's originally a left mid, but if you are going to have him in a team, try and get him as a left forward, or hopefully if he gets a striker card, that would be unbelievable. We'd have like 90 pace, 84, 85 shooting, 84, 85 dribbling, and I think that card would go for well over 300, 400k. But that's obviously just a small chance it's going to happen. He's good, but he's not worth the 9k you're going to pay. Obviously, when I bought all of these players, it was before the market crash because of the Team of the Year, which I haven't got any players yet, which I'm not very happy about. But going into my right wing position, it's my favourite player. Oops, no, wrong thing. My favourite player on this FIFA so far, Alexis Sanchez. He's also one of my favourite Arsenal players. You can see his first owner. I've had him for quite a while, since about this time in November. I played 74 games with him and got 67 goals, which for someone that, alright, I used to play him at right forward, but as a right winger, is a phenomenal return on your 50,000-60,000 coins you're going to pay for him. He's also got 30, maybe 40 assists for me, so I would definitely recommend you have to have him in any Premier League team, no matter if it's 100k, 70k. It's a bit hard, but any price range, as long as you have him, he's going to be one of your most dangerous players going forward. Now, he's got very similar stats if you look at Andre Schürrle, 88, 83, 83 for Schürrle in terms of pace, shooting and dribbling. And Sanchez has got 88 pace as well, slightly worse shooting but a lot better dribbling. And I feel one of the best things about him as a player is his power dribble. So that 88 pace and 87 dribbling are important, very, very important for him. So I feel that's the difference between him and Schürrle, the full difference in dribbling. That's the key stat that's going to get Sanchez into the attacking positions. It's going to allow him to score the 67 times he has for me. So he's probably one of my favourite players I've used on FIFA Ultimate Team, and probably my favourite player on this year. Now up front, I did used to have Danny Welbeck. You can see 86 pace, 81 shooting and 82 dribbling. He's a phenomenal card, but he doesn't really score as many goals as you would expect a striker to score. So I have gone with Sergio Aguero, and he cost me 335,000 coins. Like a lot of the other players, I played 3 games with him, but I've scored 5 goals with him, which is a phenomenal return. And in one of those games, I was disconnected after about 10 minutes, having gone 2-0 up with Aguero. The 88 pace, the 88 dribbling, and the 86 shooting kind of hint towards him being 88 rated. There's very similar stats to what he had last year when he was 88 rated, and I think this year he's just as good. Maybe, yeah, I think he's just as good. It's that same quality in the stats here. He's the same quality, and he's definitely worth the money you've got to pay for him. And obviously with the Hunter chemistry style, you might not be able to see that huge quality of the camera, but it means he actually plays like he's got 89 shooting and 91 pace. So this is the current team I use. It's definitely worth, I'd probably say it's worth the money, despite the couple of players in Silva, Ozil and Schürrle that maybe aren't as good as they could be. Obviously you could if you didn't have this amount of money, you could change players, like you could swap out Aguero for maybe someone like Sturridge. You could swap out David Silva and Ozil for players like who else do I have in my club? Leroy Furs, perfect. Diaby, Paulinho. So this is the change I would make if I didn't have the money. I'd put in Aaron Ramsey. If you don't have the money to spend on him, I'd probably get Matic, a very, very solid player. And then your defence is probably going to look something like that. Maybe you had Kyle Walker in there for a bit of pace. But that's the cheaper version. I'm sorry about my hand again. That is the cheaper version of the my 800,000 coin expensive team. And that is all for today. Peace.